Basic principle. What basic right that should have been able to enjoy by stakeholders in this motion, but what makes them unable to join that? Essentially, every individual is entitled to enjoy the basic right of welfare in the term of health. But unfortunately, not every individual is able to enjoy this because of their decision to still choose doing certain personal choice activity that cause them to get certain significant harm toward their basic right. The problems relate to that principle. It has been being a set general knowledge that every year the number of casualty of death because of smoking activity like cancer, heart attack, and failure of pregnancy keeps on increasing. Those serious diseases that are related to smoking activity are not only taking away the society right over health but even their basic right over their precious life. The government authority effort to solve the problem, its purpose, and why it is still failed. It's not like the government in the status quo didn't do something about it. The government has already done several preventive and limitation efforts like giving warning and education to inform the society about the dangers of smoking, increasing the tax of cigarette, and giving regulation of smoking room or smoking in certain public places like in mall, hospital, but all of government effort in the status quo have been proven failed and ineffective to decrease the number of casualties that happen because of smoking activity. The cause of problem. All of those casualties still happen because even though the government has done so many efforts to stop people from doing smoking activities. But when at the same times the government still makes regulation that allow to the cigarette company to produce and sell the cigarette to the society, and even allow the society to choose personal choice of smoking, it would only make it to become not clear on which policy about smoking that the government want to be implemented. Either to stop cigarette consumption among the society or to let the society to still consume cigarette. Since there is no consistency between the government policies, thus all of this number of casualties because of smoking activity in the status quo are still happening and even increasing. The number of casualties are not just number. This number represents someone's life. It could be somebody's mother, it could be somebody's father, it could be somebody's brother or sister. This number are human life, and it will be the government obligation to ensure the protection of the life of its citizen. Since human life is very precious and valuable, that's why the government should do something immediately to solve this. That's why we should ban smoking as a faster and immediate solution. Divisional care and self-solvency mechanism. I'm going to define this motion by saying that what we mean by banning smoking in here is we are going to make smoking as an illegal activity. It means every perpetrator of smoking will get retributive approach in the form of 6 months jail sentence. The duration of the jail sentence will depend on the gravity of his or her own violation when consuming the cigarette. If he or she smoked alone, then probably he or she would only got 3 months imprisonment. But when he or she violate the right of health of other people by smoking in front of them, then most likely he or she will get maximally 6 months imprisonment. But we would say that our model of retributive approach is mutually exclusive with the restorative or rehabilitative approach. It means it should also be integrated with restorative model, or the convict should also get rehabilitation during his retributive duration in the prison in order to prepare the convict be integrated back to society. Goal or objective: the objective is this motion is to provide the basic right of health and life for the society. Argument: why is justifiable for the government to ban smoking? First layers, because the individual is making decisions that are ill-informed. Second, because the individual is making decisions against their own interests, even though they may be acting voluntarily and knowledgeably. Second point, what is it is effective to ban smoking? First, because the policy would be effective to protect people's moral well-being to or enforce particular community standard. Second, because the policy is necessarily effective to promote society interest to gain collective welfare. Conclusion: since I have already proven what is significantly imperative and sustainable for the government to ban smoking by giving retributive sentence that is integrated with rehabilitation approach to the society who still doing smoking activity. That is why we can conclude if banning smoking is justifiable and effective to reduce the number of smoking casualties, and at the end can promote and provide the basic right of health for the society.